Guys, welcome back to a Black Ops 6 build guide. Before we go any further, please remember to hit the subscribe button if you guys haven't already to support me. It is a tremendous help. I'm so close to 300 subs, and also of course the goal is 1k, so do me a favor and help me get there. But other than that, let's get into this. So real quick, this is not a tier list. I'm not gonna go over which guns are better than others. Yes, I'll maybe mention that one gun feels better than the other one, but you guys know exactly what is the meta guns in this game. I'm gonna give you guys some builds that personally work for me and I think would be great in most people's hands. This video is very long compared to my other ones, due to the fact that all the other ones that I'm going to be releasing, due to the fact that I'm showing 4 different builds in this video. So expect the other videos to be like 10 minutes shorter than this one. But yeah, this is just a pure recoil reduction setup that I'm currently using in the background. I move through all the different variants, and the build itself is in the middle of the video, all 4 of the builds. Now, the XM4 is, well, it's an amazing gun. Let's talk about it. I mean, it has 0 recoil pretty much with this setup and setups close to this one. It is amazing in Warzone, and it also is relatively good in zombies. So it's just a gun that is overall very good. It is unlocked right out of the gate, and you guys can pretty much just play with this gun forever. There's no real downside to it other than it being a tad bit slower than SMGs, of course. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it for this gun. I mean, the gameplay can speak for itself. This thing is a monster, and I think I highly recommend that you guys actually use it. So yeah, that is it for the intro. I mean, not much more I can say. So if you guys want to, you can skip to the build. It is a timestamp in the description or on the video itself. So skip forward if you want to. And yeah, let's enjoy the rest of the gameplay.
Marksman got careless. Going hot. Assault pack here. Hostile marksman got careless. Clear. Sniper is down. Your assault pack is in the air.
Hostile UAV established overhead.
Incoming flashbang.
Tack off. Launch a UAV.
Let's get this show on the road.
Crypto's on their heels. Hit 'em hard.
Got the sniper. Let's move.
Bion authorizing watchdog kilo operation.
That was a test. You failed.
Weaver requesting UAV tasking. SAM turret is online.
Come on. Who's next?
Commence overflight.
RTX deployed.
Step requesting hard tasking.
Top on mission transmitting in.
Enemies have destroyed your assault pack.
So let's go over the XM4 setup. And well, in this video I used 4 setups. However, they do not really differentiate between each other that much. Now the XM4, as you guys see, and as I probably told you in the intro, I'm doing the voiceovers in separate recordings, so apologies for that, but this gun is an absolute laser beam. As you can see, this is the pure recoil reduction setup. This gun has literally no recoil, and it can just beam people across the map. It's absolutely silly. I mean, that's no recoil whatsoever, and that was, what was that, 100 meters away. So this build is also very viable for Warzone, this exact build, and it is very viable for multiplayer as well. Now, just a disclaimer, I'm not saying this is the best build. I'm saying this is an extremely good build that I've been using personally on my XM4, and it has been working for me, this setup, in multiplayer and in Warzone. Now, remember, in multiplayer, you cannot be rushing with these guns. They are not a close quarters gun. You're not going to be rushing into buildings with it. If you are going to be rushing into buildings with it, just remember you're going to get completely destroyed by SMG, whatever the case may be. But for holding a line, for playing a little bit more carefully and playing the head glitches, this gun is absolutely phenomenal. I wouldn't say it's the best assault rifle in the game, but it's definitely up there. So for this is a pure recoil reduction setup. Of course an optic, because please use an optic. Iron sights in this game just does not work very well. Compensator for the extreme vertical recoil reduction. Now there's also of course the option of ported compensator, muzzle brake, and as you guys can see in the video, a suppressor. Honestly, suppressor, it runs just as well. There's no real reason to not run the suppressor, although sometimes it does feel like it may increase the kick a little bit over long distances, like for Warzone and such. So just be mindful for that, but suppressor also a very good option. Now, of course, a long barrel, you can use a reinforced barrel if you want to, or you can just remove it altogether. It is entirely up to you. Under barrel, this is a little bit of a debatable attachment for me personally. I use the AIMS or the AMES, depending on how you want to pronounce the assault rifle. And for some reason, it feels better without a foregrip. Now, with the M4 or XM4, in this gameplay, I'm using the Ranger foregrip. However, without it, it works just as well. There's a little bit of a side kick to it, but it is negligible at best. I mean, you can barely see the difference. There's absolutely no real issue there. So if you guys really want to, you can remove the underbarrel and just run it like this. It is a very good option as well. Now, I will have a YouTube short out on a 5 attachment variant for this weapon, because I know people like 5 attachments. So there will be that as well, but this is a full guide on this gun. So just for argument's sake, I'm just going to put back the Ranger foregrip. Now the magazine, I would not recommend running an extended mag 2. It's going to make the gun way too slow. Extended mag 1, 45 bullets in a mag, it is more than enough. If you guys really want to, you guys can run something like a flip mag, which will help tremendously when it comes to the speed of the gun. Now, of course, you only have 25 bullets in a mag, but it does help with the speed, and it reloads very quickly. So this is also a very good option, especially if you play highly aggressive and get like 2-3 kills and then die. Flip mag is gonna be one of your greatest friends, but other than that, I mean, you can run whatever you really want on a magazine, except just don't go for the very heavy mags, because they're gonna be a little bit painful to work with. Then rear grip, I run commando grip on pretty much all my weapons. Some SMGs may have something else on it, but in terms of assault rifles, I ran the commando grip. It's just overall a very good attachment. It gives you that middle ground between the ADS and the sprint to fire, which is needed for assault rifles if you want to compete somewhat against the SMGs in this game. Now remember, I play mostly nuke down. Other maps, assault rifles could be dominating. I'm not sure. I play pretty much only nuke down, so yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's the case for most people. So stock. Here there's really no reason to use any other stock except for the buffer weight stock. Yes, it does remove a little bit of your aim down sight speed and walking speed, but the vertical and horizontal recoil control you get out of this is just too good to not use. So I highly recommend that you guys put that on. Laser sights just does not work. It works on shotguns, of course, and if you really want to on SMGs, but assault rifles, if you run a laser sight on assault rifle, no, that's a waste of a slot. They're in fire mods. You can run Recoil Springs, or my personal favorite, Rapid Fire. Now, Rapid Fire is, once again, it's strange on some guns. Some guns it feels better, it makes the gun feel better, and some guns it just doesn't work. So this one, it really works. It is extremely strong on the XM4, even at range. You do not need Recoil Springs, but some people do not like the rapid fire and the fact that it does kick a little bit more. So I'm saying that if you can handle the little bit of kick that this gun has, run rapid fire. It is so good compared to the Recoil Springs. Now, in some Warzone scenarios, rapid fire may be a little bit iffy, but Recoil Springs in general would be your best bet in Warzone. And then, of course, rapid fire for multiplayer. But that is it for this gun's setup. So I will leave you guys with the rest of the gameplay. With all of the builds out of the way and all the variants shown, I'm gonna leave you guys. With the rest of the gameplay that I have for you. It is, you know, relatively good gameplay if I do say so myself. It's not something amazing. That comes with the SMGs, of course. SMGs are just so strong in this game. But yeah, so if you guys did enjoy, if you find it helpful, if you're going to use it, please remember to hit the subscribe button and leave me a comment if you guys think that I should change something in terms of the weapon itself. I also have a YouTube short out on a 5 attachment variant of this gun. It's easier to cover and quicker that way. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll link it down in the description below if you guys want to watch it. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. And peace out.
Hardpoint locked down. Requesting COAD above. Hardpoint active. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Watch it! Sniper! Sniper's dead! Come out now!
Semtex front.
They're down. Semtex armed!
Hardpoint active. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Clear! Sniper is down.
Bring it in, Rico. Hardpoint is secure.
What goes around? Sniper's dead! Come out now! Semtex front!
Hardpoint located. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Single shooter!
They were already dead. Just had realized. Good job.
I know how to do a lot of things. Losing isn't one of them. Hostile marksman got careless. Watch out! Grenade! It's a start.
Hardpoint located. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Clear! Sniper is down.
Hardpoint active. Hardpoint locked down.
Clear! Sniper is down. Good effect. Using stem. Hostile marksman got careless.
Fire. Requesting UAV pass. Counter UAV in the air.
Hostile spotted. Flying stim shot. Incoming
Hardpoint locked
Semtex.
down.
Clear. Sniper is down.
Finish
Bumped
line
one.
in sight. Don't let up. Hardpoint locked down.
You started it. I have 5.
Mission timeline 50% check.
Perfect execution. The Pantheon's probably pissing themselves right now.
Is the party already over?